My name is Khaled Mohammed Al Sulaiman. I'm 21 years old. I was born and raised in Palestine, and I think that reminds me of my homeland, which is this, when I used to play when I was a child. It reminds me of two things. It reminds me of my friend who got shot next to me, and it reminds me of Palestine. So Palestine, it's about peace, but at the same time, it's not safe, because when you wake up in the morning and you hear bombing and shooting, that's why it's not safe. But it's safe, and it's excitement and all of that when you wake up in the morning and you see all your family right next to you and everyone that you love. But I can't describe it with words what Palestine is, because it's somewhere in my heart.
I chose my grandmother's plum jam. In Arabic, we call it tatli. So this would be tatli sitti, Allah yarhamha. She actually passed away 14 years ago today. When I went to Palestine, my first recollection was when I was 8 years old. And I got to see the hakura. Hakura in Arabic is backyard. And I was walking around, just looking at all the fruit trees. And then I'd stopped by the plum tree and I said, this is where Teta makes her plum jam. And everything was so surreal in that moment. She made something from scratch. We're so used to like things that are jarred in a store. You know, we're not used to these like natural things. And I said, she made that natural preserve. And the word preserve, very significant, right? I always think, I wish my grandmother got to preserve her childhood home in Yafa. Do you want to know how she expressed or how she shared that she lost her home in 1948? She said it to my mother and her siblings one time. They went to Yafa and they were driving, and my grandmother looks and says, you see that house over there? That's my childhood home. And in 1948, they took it. And my mom said she never ever mentioned that before or after.
Cheese kunafa, this is cheese kunafa. If you go to the city in Jerusalem, they have a place there, they call it Jafar. Anytime you go to Jerusalem, you have to eat it. You have to go there, enter in the place, and eat one slice. At least, one slice or two slices. Some people eat two slices. I eat just only one slice. And this remind us this is our culture. Anywhere you go to the world, you call it kunafa nabulsiya. In any country, in Arabic country, you call it kunafa nabulsiya. So this is like ID to us. Every single minute from my life, I think about home and I care about home, because this is home is it's like the mother. Doesn't matter how she look, fat, skinny, nice looking. Your mother, you gotta love her as how she look. You understand me? Same thing is the home. You love it as much. It's problem there, it's trouble there, it's have a lot of things going on there. Yeah, but this is your home, and you gotta love it.
This is one of my mom's thobs. It's a traditional Palestinian dress. What's so special about this is a lot of popularity is growing around tatris right now, which is a hand-sewn stitching, which is kind of hard to come by now when looking for thobs. So my mom's sister, my aunt, had her friend hand-stitch thobs for her when she was younger, and she gave them to my mom and her other sisters. And my mom took the tatris and made a more newer style version of a thobe for her time when she was making this. So everything with the birds and the beautiful colors down here throughout the whole dress is my aunt's hand-stitched tatris thobe. So it brings me closer to Palestine because I personally never got to go, and it reminds me of my culture and keeps me connected to my heritage and where I'm from and what I myself identify as.
I bring my olive oil. This is olive oil from Palestine, from my land. I get it. My village, we depend on olive trees, we figs and grapes. This is our life. I don't know, maybe I'm Palestinian because I'm Palestinian, maybe because I couldn't go home, I feel homesick to my home. I don't know, but myself, I was born there and I would like to die there.
This is the Dome of the Rock again. It's in Jerusalem, and this design is very particular to the Levant region. That's how they make a lot of their furniture. If you look at like musical instruments like oud or qanun, they have this very particular design on everything. So this really reminds me of like in the Levant area and Palestine and just old school villages and small towns and markets. This is the stuff you find as handmade and just very particular. You know, somebody who's been doing this maybe 40, 50 years and it passes on. It's very intergenerational. And it just represents, you know, the land and the authenticity and the happiness and the sadness and everything in just one box. We do end up creating our homes wherever we are as Palestinians, but there's always that missing component, which is the land, and the land where we know we're from, and that was originally ours. We know that's missing. So we always feel like we're guests everywhere we go.
The first thing that came to my mind was this dress, or as we say thob in Arabic. My aunt hand embroidered it, and it must have taken her months, and she started making it about 25, 30 years ago. She lives in Palestine. She was born and raised there. She lives by one of the most the biggest checkpoints in Palestine, Kalandia. And she was a nurse for a very long time, and she was actually working in an Israeli hospital and treating Israelis and Palestinians. As far as like, I miss my mom's cooking. I miss the smell of being in Palestine, the way the air smells. The hospitality, the way people embrace you, the passion, the love. Those things are lacking here.
I have with me in my hand, it's a stone, it's called Hajar Utsi. So majority of the homes that are built in Palestine are built from this type of stone. It's deteriorated because it's almost 36 years old, so it really doesn't look what it should look, but I'm holding tight and dear and close to my heart is because this is what the homes of Palestine are built with. Built from the grandparents. It's built again after it's destroyed numerous times from the destruction of Israel army. It's used to build our dome of protection, which is small rocks to use to protect ourselves, because that is all that we have is rock. If I deeply think about it, it's just like, wow, I can't believe I still have this. But being now in this current time frame and what is going on overseas and what is going on in Gaza, just the fact of having it, I hold a piece of home. Palestine, to me, it's like a dreamland. It's there, but it's not there. It's there because you know you've been there, you've seen it, you lived there. You know, you dream about it, you think about it. You know you're gonna go there soon, when you don't know, but it's a place where it exists, but you just have not reached there yet.